Now, first, see, yesterday we created one file. You can make use of that file. Okay, no need to create flat files and file systems again and again. See, this is the file we created yesterday, and I am going to make use the same file. The first step is completed. Second step, log into DW system. We created a source system called 1030 ffs_1030. Okay. Today I am going to make use of the interface. So I am checking the interface. Interface is also created successfully and connection is okay. That's the reason second step is completed. Third step is creation of info area. I can make use yesterday's info area. Yesterday's info area is this one, info area for 1030 batch. I am not creating anything, I am just making use of existing ones. Now, yesterday we created a catalog. This is also folder. I am making use of this folder, and today I am creating info object. What is technical name of info object? EMPL O1, employee name. So EMPL O1. This is going to store employee information. EMP01, that's the reason characteristic, and length is 5. I would like to maintain two attributes. First attribute is VNN01. I am creating attribute employee name, characteristic, length and click on continue. Employee age, penalty, and length 2 is enough, correct? So if I create attributes, something like this, in the employee, then you are going to establish this kind of table within the employee info object. So yesterday we have seen all these things. మీరు కొత్త this is out there. You also attending last before. The backup information I am going to give probably this Saturday. Okay. Go through all these classes, and I am going to start a new batch from 15th onwards. That's going to be in the morning, 7 o'clock. Join in this batch, and you can take up backup classes from there. Okay, that is one option. Otherwise, continue in this batch, and if you want to jump from this batch to 7 o'clock batch, there won't be any problem. Your wish. In your case also same. I don't know what happened. So here we need to give length as true and continue and activate the info object. In this, while creating info object, I didn't uncheck text. Okay? Your wish. If you want to keep text, keep it. Otherwise, uncheck it. Action is okay. Okay, let me start another session. So yesterday, catalog, and I am creating EMCL01. I cannot create. The reason is in background we already creating. That's the reason I am selecting. I am giving EMCL02. This is for employee and characteristics. Length is 5. I am creating attribute. VNM 02 I am creating. This is employee name. To hold employee name, I am creating this attribute. Yes, you can use whatever attribute you created there. The same attribute can be act as attribute for this info object also. I didn't get you. Same technical name? Same technical name is not at all possible. You can reuse one info object in different places, but while creating, you cannot make use of one technical name for different info objects. So first, one info object, technical name should be different. Okay. In other case, for one info object, one technical name. So I am creating second one. Age. Click on continue. And this is employee, age, data type, num-c, and length 2. I didn't uncheck this one. You can uncheck also. Okay, I didn't uncheck. Activate. Then activate the dependent object along with the characteristic info object. Now how many info objects we are creating? 3 info objects. One is basic characteristics, other 2 are attributes. Okay, those are also characteristics only, but those are going to act as attributes for the basic characteristics info object. Most of the time in table, if you have reference information, then while transferring that reference information into the BW file, okay, that is a reference information for one basic key field in the source system, right? The source system key field is going to act as basic characteristic info object in reader side, just like employee. Employee is a key field in source, correct? So that is going to act as a basic characteristic info object. So reference information like name and age is going to act as attributes for basic characteristic info object. Now employee has been created. Let me stop this one. Unnecessarily it is consuming resources. Characteristic EMPL 01. So finally, we ended up with creating basic characteristic info object and two attributes. Now, fourth step, creation of another folder called application component. Where is the yesterday's application component? This is your yesterday's application component. Right click this one. 4.1, creation of info source. And this is going to be direct update info source. We have two types of info sources. One is flexible update and second one is direct update. We are working with direct update. In direct update, your info source equal to info object. Give info object name. Then click on continue. So this is going to be act as your info source. Now right click this one. Right click this one and assign info source to data sources. Data sources are belongs to source system. So give source system information. System is asking EMPL assignment to EMPL O2 ATTR. Click on yes. We are not working with text. That's the reason. Go with no. Then you establish the connection in between this info source and the data source. Okay. So establish registry connection. You need to activate the transfer rules. Transfer rules are already have. Just activate the transfer rules. Now entire data flow diagram is ready. Create IP and schedule the data process. Earlier transfer rules. Yes, once all the connections are established, then initially it will be in red color if no connections are established. Later on, if you connect a few info objects, then it will turn into other status. If you completed all the connections, then you can see in green status. Now activate it. Yes. It is in green color only because of the project of the recognition. It is showcasing in yellow color. In my system, it is showcasing this is in green color only, but it is showcasing in yellow color. Small adjustment. Now it is in green color, correct? So now transfer rules are activated. When you activate the transfer rule, the system will generate a data source in active status. So transfer selection, active status. Your CSV table will be generated within the system in active status. Okay. So whenever you activate this one, the info source, transfer structure and data structure dependent on transfer will be done into active status. Now we are going to runtime error, no problem. Come back. I don't know, today's systems are very slow and we are facing a lot of problems. Something happened. We need to resolve the issue. That's the reason today all the classes took very long time. I was supposed to give two examples today, but I am going to end up with only one example. Now, let me run fashion RSA1. I completed 4.3 until 4.3. Now, fifth step, show data flow diagram. So, see data flow diagram, go to info source, and select your info source. You have info source. This is your info source. Right click this one. I'm performing fifth step. Right click, employee info source. Show data flow. This is the data flow diagram. Source system, attribute data source, CSA, transfer row, and employee. And you can see technical names also. This is your employee technical name, this is your CSA table technical name, VEMPL_ACTR. This is attribute data source technical name, and this is your source system technical name, everything you can see. Once data flow diagram is ready, then we are ready to upload the data into the BW5 info object. To do that, we need to create IP. This is your 6 point. Create IP and schedule the data source. For info packages, you can give only description. The technical names will be provided by the system. Often there is very long information you can see here. This is technical name of the info object given by the system. We have only option to give description. This is description. Now select external data. 1030 batch, start file, EMP-ATTR, .csv, data separated, number of data rows to be ignored. Go to schedule and schedule the data node. I'm supposed to give this example in 7.x system. The 7.x system is not working fine. That's the reason again I went back and did this example in 3.x system. So going forward, the same kind of example means 3.x functionalities you can do in 7.x system. Okay. What it means, 7.x system can be used as 3.x system. Okay. And your latest and greatest version 7.3 also can be used as 3.x system. This is the transferred from source system and transferred into the employee master data target, that is nothing but employee ATTR data target, and you can see information by clicking the data target. So, 7.3 only. 7.0 also 7.x only. In X place I am keeping 0 and 8. That's it. Okay. 7.4 can you come to 7.0 and 3.0? Flows are different. Okay, you can see difference in the flows. So using 7.3 system, you can work in 3.x data source. The flow, see, this is your flow. This is your 3.x flow. You can utilize this 3.x flow in 7.3 system. Okay? Anyhow, I am going to discuss that part tomorrow. So this is the information you uploaded. Why description is not showing here? We didn't code it. There is a text table, but we didn't upload any information into the text table. That's the reason descriptions are not showcasing. Now come back. So this is your example, and I already discussed about all 3 times. And it is updating data finally into which table? T table. What is your table name? What is your key table name? Slash DAC P and info object name. Info object is DEMPL O2. So you can see this information. Direct, if you know the table name, table information directly you can see in S11. Slash DIP P DEMP L O2. So finally, database table. Database system is having a database table, and I am loading data from Excel sheet and I am keeping this data in database table. But this database table is part of your object called info object. Okay, so that's the reason we are calling it as uploading into the info object. Now, let me discuss small concept. That is only in flexible update. Here, they don't do that. See, in flexible update, yes. Now, we cannot remove on that object. Okay. So, it is very transparent to info provider. Then, the info object can be used in info. Okay. Container here, okay, and directly update. And this one is also act as a container. But again, if you want to use this container for reporting, again you need to insert this one as a data. So, and discuss those parts in reporting. See, let me discuss a small concept called attribute changer. They are loaded attributes, correct? So if I load the same data one more time, the same data will be available here. Okay? It is having override functionality. The previous information will be overwritten by latest information. Now what I am doing, I am going back to 1030 hash flat file, and I am selecting flat file, and email I am changing it to Kishore. Save it. Close it. So finally, your last record attribute has been changed in code. Now I am transferring information into BW site. To transfer the information into the BW site, what I need to do? I need to trigger IP so that it will act as a scheduler and it will transfer the data from file to this table. Okay? What I keep on saying, in info object level, your email will be overwritten with Kishore. There won't be any email information and it will be overwritten with Kishore. So, if I generate a report on top of the info object, then we have the field called OBJER observer. Okay, if employee information are in active status, then if I report on top of it, if this particular record is in active status, then only this will be appear in the report. Okay, so how many records we have? 6 records. 6 records are in active status. If I report on top of the info object, then I can see all the 6 records as it is. Now, అంటే ఒక రికార్డ్ ఏ స్టేటస్ లో ఏ యాక్టివ్ స్టేటస్ లో ఉంటే ఆ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఈ రిపోర్టింగ్ లో యాజ్ ఇట్ ఇస్ గా కనబడుతుంది అని చెప్పేసి అన్నాం. ఓకే, ఈ రికార్డ్ ఇస్ ఇన్ యాక్టివ్ స్టేటస్, దెన్ యూ కెన్ సీ దట్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇన్ రిపోర్టింగ్. Now what I did, I changed one of the fields from Vimal to Kishore. Okay, let me start another session. Okay, to transfer the data, I am clicking on info sources, and in info sources we can see the source system, selected source system, and there only we created info package. Okay. See, this is your info package. After modification, I am uploading the data using this info package. Okay, I am scheduling this one directly. Now what happens? Your Vimal will be overwritten with issue in info object level. If you go and see information at info object level, then you are going to see Kishore information only. You are never going to see Vimal information. Okay, but underline table is C table, correct? If you go and see in C table, then in C table you are going to see 2 records for employee 06. Okay, one record is this Vimal, and then here what was the status? A status. Now also you can see the status of Vimal record in A. You inserted one more record. Okay, so in Excel what you did, you deleted that information and you inserted, right? In same way, in table the record will be inserted. Okay, and this inserted record will be in modified status. Okay, That's the reason in observer you are going to see Kishore information with M status. If you have M status, then Kishore information won't be available for reporting. If you report on top of the info object after this load, again you are going to see the old information only, that is nothing but given. Okay? To avoid this kind of problem, whenever there are master data changes, then after master data has been changed, you need to perform one mandatory step called master data activation. It is known as ACR, attribute change run. Okay, it is known as ACR, attribute change run. So whenever you run attribute change run, first of all I am showcasing information in info object level. In info object level, you are going to end up with this kind of information. Here, you are given the info written by Kishore, and for 6th record you are going to see. In info object you are seeing Kishore. But if you report on top of this, you are going to end up in EMP01 with 0 hit and here it is Kishore only, but you are going to report on top of this, you are going to end up seeing Vimal only. The only reason is, if you do any master data changes, you have underlined table for P table, right? In P table, it is going to show the data something like this. EMP 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, 06, and again here. Okay? And active data record, and this is Kishore, and this has been deleted. And modified record, and this active data record, Vimal, and modified record, Kishore, which has been inserted. This is nothing but in the OBJ, observer space. This is nothing but in the status space. Okay, status of deletion and insertion. Now, you are seeing information at info object level. You can see it has been overwritten. But if you go back and see underlying database table, what is your underlying database table? This is your underlying database table. If you go and see information in underlying database table, even it has been changed, deleted, and it is an active table. And it is modified and it has been inserted into the table. Now, if you report on top of the info object, this information is in active table. That's the reason your reporting is going to showcase only river information. Okay. Now, we need to perform a test called ACR. Whenever you perform test called ACR, then your status record will be turned into A status, and your A status is change in G will be deleted from C table, so that you are going to end up with the latest information and latest information in the table, which is the right information for the report. So, I am performing ACR now. So, when we are need to run ACR, whenever there are master data changes in core system, those changes, if you are uploaded into the DW side info object, then those changes need to be turned into active status. If you don't turn those changes into the active status, then those changes won't be replicated for your reporting. To start, transfer structure is a structure. In runtime data flow. Now, come back. It's a pipeline. Okay. Now, see, I am performing attribute change run. To perform attribute change run, run RSA1. That's the reason it's become a mandatory step. In real time, yes, we do change the master data. We do upload for analysis purpose into the B2C side. Whenever you upload, the next step would be ACR. So ACR manual work. If you want to perform ACR step, then in RSA1 you need to select monitoring. Okay, in RSA1 until now you worked on the model index. Now you need to work under monitoring. Go to monitoring. ACR is again known as realignment run. Okay, in 3.x it is known as realignment run, and it is what is meaning activation of master data is nothing but also ACR. Activating master data in the sense M record converting into AM status. That's it. Click on realignment run. And realignment run we need to perform for info object called VEMPL02. We need to realign the data in the info object P table only. So realignment run we need to perform for that info object. Once you perform realignment run, then what happens? M status one, which is modified, will be turned into active status. Kishore record will turn into active status. And these status, active records will be deleted from the table. So you are going to end up with your sixth record, you are going to end up with EMP06, Kishore and age, respective age. And you are not going to see Vimal information in the info object C table. Other object versions, A status, M status, and what else we have? No. We have another status also. We have these statuses. Let me discuss. I will discuss this one. See here, click on info object list. Whatever info object you need to activate, you need to select those info object list here. See, I don't want to activate all these things. I have VEMPL. A lot of info objects. There is a VEMPL. Yeah, final. Perfect. Employee. Select only this one and click on save and execute. System will generate one background job. You can see the background job information here, and it is going to delete the record if status is received, and it will turn end status record into the PS status. So మీకు ఎవరైనా యూజర్ వచ్చి నా మాస్టర్ డేటా ప్రీవియస్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ కనబడుతుంది అని చెప్పేసి అన్నారు అనుకోండి, ఆ మాస్టర్ డేటా ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కి యూ నీడ్ టు రన్ ACR. ఇఫ్ ఎనీ యూజర్ ఇన్ రిపోర్టింగ్, ఇఫ్ హీ ఈస్ కంప్లైనింగ్ అబౌట్ ద ప్రీవియస్ మాస్టర్ డేటా అండ్ still showcasing in the report, if he is complaining like that, then what you need to do? You need to run ACR so that the latest information will be updated. In real time, what we do, we automate this process. Loading data is automation process, and this is also the subsequent step after loading. Okay, so this subsequent step is not applicable for text. The reason is in text data we do not have that field called observer. Okay, now you have job created and you can monitor these jobs in SN37. Okay, and I'm not monitoring the job in SN37, but if you want to monitor, you can monitor in SN37. Okay, let me monitor this one. See, this is my job name. I'm copying this job name and I'm going into /SN37 and I'm giving job name and click on execute. I'm running ACR underline job. underlying job is completed. That's the reason now the table has been modified. Okay. So go back to table and go back and again execute. Do we have M record? M record is converted into A record and deleted status one. Okay. Now this is information, latest and greatest information for reporting, which is in sync with your source system, which is in sync with your OLTP system. They are entering the data, they are seeing the right updated information in the info option. Okay. The source system load information is delete changing, you are keeping Kishore information. Okay. Here also we are applying same. Okay. Historical information you won't get in OLTP system. In the same way, historical information you won't get in database system if you are keeping information in the info object. So that's the reason info object always having update type called override. Okay, info object is always having update type called override. Okay, it will override the existing record based on this key. The key is already there, then it is going to override the information. This is important one. Then they are going to generate report on top of the info object. If you want to have master data reporting just like OLTP system, okay, and the latest and greatest information you would like to have, then and as of today report if you would like to have. Okay, what is the headcount of employee as of today? You have employee numbers. Obviously, you will get the latest headcount as of today. This kind of reports we do create on top of the info object. Okay,